Okay, you guys, welcome back. We're going to move on to our second style. This is going to be an actual updo. This is called the classic chignon. Now, with the classic chignon, you're going to notice that it's going to be really sleek, really smooth, and you'll still have a little bit of room to play with. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to separate from ear to ear. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this section out of my way for right now. I'm going to come back to my side sections. So I'm going to just separate that from both sides. Okay, just get that hair out of my way for right now. And we're going to come back and we're going to play with that a little bit later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the back. And what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to comb everything into a low ponytail. So when I say low, you're going to want to put it right at, right in between the bottom of the nape and the occipital bone. So where it's going to be laying, again, if you don't know where the occipital bone is, take your comb and just kind of seesaw it. That's going to be your occipital bone. So that's right about where I want this ponytail to sit. So I can go in with my comb, or I can go in with my bristle brush and go in and just kind of smooth that out a little bit more. The objective is, remember, we want this clean, we want this smooth, and nice and tight. Okay. So now that I have my ponytail, I'm not going to use just any regular old ponytail. I want something that's going to last and also something that's going to be easy for her to take out. So I'm going to take an actual rubber band, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 bobby pins, and I'm going to use the bobby pins to secure that rubber band down. So I'm going to take one bobby pin, stick it through the rubber band, and do the same thing with the other. So when you're done, you should have 2 bobby pins in one rubber band. See that? Okay. So here I am. I've got my style going straight back, nice and smooth, nice and sleek. I'm going to take 1 bobby pin and I'm going to stick it right in the middle. Okay. So if you can see where that is, that's right in the middle. Right, so I just kind of stuck it right in. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to hold that as I wrap that hair around. I'm going to wrap that hair around all the way until the rubber band doesn't stretch anymore. So here it's already getting nice and tight. So I'm going to take my other bobby pin and I'm going to just stick that in as well, and then just push it in. So that's going to secure that ponytail right down for me so that I can have a nice smooth ponytail. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start to smooth out the top part, and also start teasing the bottom. So this time I don't want my teasing on top. I actually want it on the bottom. So I'm going to just go in and tease everything except that top layer. That top layer is going to go over and just smooth my chignon down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, now that my bottom is teased, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start smoothing that top hair over. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck these ends in. Okay, so I'm going to tuck the ends in, and I'm going to bobby pin the ends to the bottom of the hair. Okay. So I'm going to take my bobby pin, and I'm going to just, and you can see that all I did with the ends is I tucked them in. I tucked the ends in, okay, so that way I could lay that right at the bottom of the scalp and just put my bobby pins in there. Okay, in a minute I'm going to show you how to fan this out. Okay. Always remember, when you're doing any kind of updo, you want to make sure that you're using the color bobby pins of the client's hair. Okay, so right now I have a little bun in the back of my hair, and now to create the chignon, I want to fan that out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so real quick, I just want to point out, we're going to switch from the bobby pin to using more of a hairpin. So this is a hairpin. You can see how it's open on the end versus the bobby pin, how it's closed. You got one side longer. They're nice and tight. It's going to hold the hair nice and secure. But for fanning out the chignon, I'm going to take my little hairpin. I'm going to take a corner of the little bun I've just created, and I'm going to go in, and just like I did with the other bobby pin when I did my little twist, I'm going to go straight and then tuck it into the scalp. So again, I'm going to take a little corner just to kind of help smooth that out and hold that down. I'm going to go in, grab my little corner, and then I'm going to flip that around and then just tuck it in. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, take that little corner, take a little corner. You can see my ends. Get the ends on the scalp and then just kind of rub them. That's probably too wide. Okay, you want to keep that nice and smooth. So I'm just going to do a little corner there. Okay. Now for the front, you have a couple of options for this. You can do just about anything, anything here. Okay, so you can twist it back, you can pull it back, you can brush it back, you can go straight back. However you want to do it is fine. So you can, break it up into 2 sections and pull one back. Pull one back. You can have hair falling in the hair falling. You can use your little hairpins if you need to. You can have hair falling. You can really get creative on what you do. And you can see all I did was I just pulled that back. I didn't really do too much with it. And I kind of like the idea of the ends just kind of flaring out, so I just did that. And so with the other one, like I said, you can take it, you can break it into 2 sections, curl it, twist it. You can let it fall natural. Really, the sky's the limit as far as how that falls back, okay, or what you do with it. And so I'll just kind of give you all that little freedom to just create, okay? So just create, and again, I'm just taking a little corner, tucking those ends in. You want to check for balance. I can see right off the bat that right there it's not laying too well, and you can see it standing out here. So I'm going to go in with one more little hairpin, and that's the beauty of updos, is that you get to really create these, and you get to see this isn't working, I'm not liking this. You talk with your client, and you guys play with it, and you create the style that you want to create, right? And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Just bring that back, and again, you can do it any way that you want. I'm going to go ahead and just break it in half. This time I'm going to twist up. Okay, and I'm going to just get that twist going and just bring it straight to the back. Now, because I decided to leave my ends out, okay, you can see how that's falling. Normally I would tuck it in, so you could also wrap it underneath if you want to. You don't have to have the end sticking out. You can have it a lot more solid and nice and clean. And you can, like I said, when it comes to updos, it's really about you just kind of playing with it, and just kind of laying it down however you see that you're liking the style that it's taking, right? So you can really just play with it. So this is a classic chignon, and really when we say chignon, we're talking about the little bun, and then you can play with the sides in any way that you want. And when you get your mannequin, or you want to just look, is she balanced? Does she have, do I need more height? Like, what's going on with her? And of course, always look at your client's face to just make sure that your client's happy, that she likes what's going on, that she likes the style. Hairstyles are meant to be creative and fun, and I hope you have fun with creating your classic chignon.